Hello and welcome to the Rest Deck Garage. Why do I say do not buy a Kia Soul that is broken? Because I bought this Kia Soul. This Kia Soul here is in really nice shape. It's dirty. You look around the car, you won't see any dents or dings or anything like that. No real body damage anywhere or any issues like that. No, it does have a cracked windshield, but has 59,000 miles on a 2015. And the interior in it is very nice. Well kept, very clean. And I checked the service records on this car and it has been meticulously maintained. What I thought was an alternator fire with some electrical wiring here that had burned out. And for me, that's a very simple repair. And the Kias are known for having an alternator fire and electrical issue. However, not this model. And I did a little research online about these Kias and found that it was real common for the engines in these to fail. And what happens is the connecting rod breaks in it and goes through the block, and then all the oil from the engine shoots out onto the exhaust manifold and catches on fire. And that's exactly what happened to this car with only 59,000 miles. Now Kia has a recall to where they say they'll replace the catalytic converter and do some programming and whatnot to take care of this problem. So I thought that I would be able to take advantage of that after finding the recall, because this car did qualify for the recall. The recall says 10 years or 100,000 miles. And this car only has 59,000 miles, and it was about 9 years old, 9.25 years old, so it fell within the recall. So I printed the recall off of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's web page on September 2024, and it said that the recall number SC176 pertained to this car, and the remedy would be to replace the catalytic converter if it has been damaged. Depending on the extent of the damage, the engine may also be replaced free of charge. The recall began April 17th of 2019. It said that the owners may contact Kia customer service for this recall. So again, I checked this vehicle and my VIN number did fall underneath of this recall, and the miles were low enough. And I also checked the service records on this car, which were very, very good. So I then contacted Kia about exercising the recall on this car. And they said, no, we're sorry, but there was a class action lawsuit pertaining to this issue with the Kia Souls. And they had settled that recall, and this car was no longer eligible for the recall. The class action lawsuit that Kia settled on was that they would do an additional repair to these vehicles. They would replace the NOx sensors. Now, what they did do is they didn't do a recall. They call it a customer care thing, where they would replace the NOx sensors. In my opinion, the NOx sensors are probably what caused this to fail, not the catalytic converters like the recall said. But it was not a recall. So when I bought this, there was no way for me to know that there was a customer care out there, because it didn't show up when I checked for recalls. So they did this customer care thing that you had X amount of days after the lawsuit to take care of this, and if you didn't get the NOx sensors replaced in that time frame, then the warranty was void on this, and that's what happened with this car. But what bugs me is this recall is still out there and still says free of charge and has no indication that these other repairs are needed to be done. So kind of misleading if you ask me, but it is what it is. So what I'm saying is, you have a Kia Soul that's broken, don't buy it. They won't warranty it. They won't do what says on the recall here. Lesson learned on my side. What I thought would be a simple repair wasn't. So most likely this car will be parted out or end up in the salvage yard. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully you learned something today about these Kias. And if you would, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we'll catch you next time at Rust Duck Garage. All right, we'll do a little start on the car here. Won't even get inside it. Got the nice new exhaust. Mufflers, I did replace the mufflers on the car. Starts right up. Sounds nice and quiet, no rattles, no nothing there. I did the air conditioning over here on the other side. See the air conditioning. This bearing on the compressor here is bad. Does have a cracked windshield there, just delaminating it. Not real expensive to replace, not a big deal. But overall, pretty nice car.